Yo, what is going on, Philadelphia? And welcome live from the Xfinity studio right here to another episode of the Cheat Seats on PHLY. And I got to tell you, boys and girls, right off the bat, I'm in a little bit of a mood today. I'm in a little bit of a mood. Not angry, just annoyed. Just annoyed because once again in my show prep, I should be coming in here and talking about a giant, monstrous Philadelphia Eagles win on Sunday Night Football against the Detroit Lions. I should be coming in here and talking about how amazing that defensive effort was. I should be coming in here and talking about Jordan Davis being NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I should talk about the Detroit Lions going for it 5 times on fourth down and getting stuffed. And we're going to talk about all that good stuff. And I should also be talking about being a little critical. Once again, the offense didn't play up to their expectations, our expectations, or the standard in which they always seem to reference. Why can't the running game get going? What's going on with the passing game? Nick Sirianni, listen, man, what's going on with some of these? You're getting away with it, but what is going on with some of these late fourth down in your own end of the field decisions that you're making it? I should be critical of those things, not hypercritical, because what I should be talking about is the Eagles being at the top of the NFC, the Eagles owning tiebreakers over 3 of the next 6 remaining playoff teams. That's what I should be talking about. Yet when I turn on Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio, and let me preface all of this by saying this. I got a lot of respect for those guys. I've got great relationships with those people. I respect what they do because I can't do what they do. I can't. I can't talk on a microphone for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. I'm just not built like that. I'm in here talking an hour and a half once a week, and I'm stressing out about it all the time. So I can't do what they do. But I was bombarded ever since Sunday night with just, is Jalen the guy radio? Ugh. It's exhausting. Is this what we're doing now? I guess we're going to talk about that and so much more here on this episode of the Cheap Seats. But first, I want to kick it off with my man, Jason Ashworth, which, by the way, if you're not following my guy, Mr. Jason Ashworth, I want you to give him a follow, and I also want you to give him a happy birthday because it is his once again his 39th birthday
39
tomorrow.
Is that what we're going with? 39, sure.
We'll go with that one.
Let's
Why
rewind the
not?
clocks a little bit. I appreciate that. Preemptively. It's actually tomorrow, but I appreciate the heads up. I'm glad you said what you said, that you're frustrated, that you're in a bit of a mood. Because when you started off the show, I felt that right away. It would, oh, hold on, because we all know when we listen to E-Talk, he comes with a little bit, right? Now, this is a couple shows now where we felt it. I believe last week, after the Green Bay game, you had a little bit of that mood as well.
Yeah.
And I'll say that I share it with you. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating that you're coming off a Super Bowl, you're 8-2, you've run through the likes of the Chiefs and the Rams and the Lions and the Packers and the Bucks and all these teams that they want to hoist to say these are the best of the best in the NFL. And yet seemingly we've got nothing to do but bitch. And I understand there's nuance to the conversation. If we can add nuance and context to the conversation, it's one we should all have in Philadelphia. But right now, we like tip those scales and we lean too far one way to where now we're questioning the quarterback in Philadelphia, and for reasons I just don't quite understand. Gritty, your thoughts?
I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, then.
All right.
The conversation is moot in general. Like, we're going to talk about it and we're going to get into that stuff, but it's cute when the guy has a no trade clause. So D-Gun, respect him as a journalist, respect him as someone who knows things in the building. But when he said, it's Carson 2.0-esque, except for there's a lot more money on the table, instantly you lose credibility with me and you should shut the hell up because it's not Carson Wentz. If Jalen Hurts said right now, I'll sit on this bench and not play another game, you couldn't do anything besides pay him every week. If he wanted to sit down on the bench, you couldn't do anything but pay him every week. And if you wanted to trade him, you know what Jalen Hurts says? You're going to get a 7th-round pick, and I'm going to tell you where I want to go. Because otherwise, you're not trading me anywhere. So, much like when your parents tell you to sit down and eat your broccoli, shut up and eat your vegetables. Because this is what you get. And again, we'll get into the nuances of it, but in general, my man's the captain of the ship. And whether you like it or not, you're either on board or you're swimming free in the ocean. and I'd rather be on board.
And Derek Gunn, listen, Derek Gunn, I have like top tier respect for as far as Philadelphia media. He was good to me. When people are good to me, he don't forget. He was good to me in my brief stint at NBC Sports Philadelphia. And guys like Derek Gunn don't go and just say things willy-nilly without facts and talking and conversations and fact checking and everything like that. So Derek Gunn was told this information. Not only was Derek Gunn told this information, but I think Derek Gunn was told that, hey, we want this information out there. And in life, as in football, as in media, as in everything, it's always best to try to understand the why as to why this information is coming out. Why now? Why is this information? Why does this need to be known? Why is this public? And I'm just struggling to really grasp my head around. There's no doubt in my mind that there are coaches in the building that are occasionally frustrated with Jalen Hurts' play. There's no doubt in my mind that there are players on the offense that are frustrated with Jalen Hurts' play. I think in general, the offense is frustrated with the offense. The offense knows they're not living up to their end of the bargain. The offense knows that the defense is carrying them, or at least has carried them, through the last 2 weeks against playoff caliber opponents. But why now? Why? Why are we doing this? Why? Who's this coming from? Why does this need to be pushed out there? Why?
Yeah, and the why, I don't think anybody knows the why yet, right? That's it. And I don't want to know the why, to be honest with you. I don't want the digging to continue to where we got to figure out the why. This is where the nuance, to me anyway, comes into play a lot, much like you said. A lot of times we're told things or people say things about other people in our lives, maybe people that we know or maybe people that we're friends, whatever it is, and you don't want to believe it. Nah. Oh, who said that? Oh, he said that? Nah. It holds no merit with me. Like you, I've known D-Gun for 20 years. I've worked with him back in the Comcast Sportsnet days, so I know him personally.
Pros pro.
A pro's pro. 100%. A pro's pro. If D-Gun is saying it, that's one of those opinions where it's, oh, that's coming from D-Gun. Okay, there's merit to it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, we may question the information he's given. We may question what is being communicated to him, but I don't question that what he's reporting has actually been said to him. The why, I don't know, because people are frustrated. Here's the thing that I lose with the frustration. We act like frustration is a bad thing. Frustration is not a bad thing. Frustration is a normal thing. Whether it's in sports, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, when human beings are involved, it's human nature. Frustration is a natural thing. And in some cases, a good thing. It's okay. It's how we handle frustration that dictates, is it a problem or is it not? And for much of the time, it hasn't been a problem because they're winning football games. And yeah, okay, we can express our frustration, but when push comes to shove, we do our job and we win football games. I'm concerned because that frustration, it has a boiling point. And as long as they're winning football games, everything's fine. When you stop winning football games and reporters start digging more and we start to scratch the scab a little, that's where things have a propensity to be handled not the right way. We're teetering on that. So for me, I'm looking at this and saying, we're at a tipping point right now. You're either going to keep winning football games and all is well, or we're about to uncover some things that maybe we don't want to know.
These are times when I like being a regular person. I don't know D-Gun. I never met D-Gun. All I know about D-Gun is what he tweets. He generally doesn't like Jalen Hurts. I got a whole record of that for like the last 4 years of random subtweets he's put about him. So if someone in the room or in the building doesn't like him, you're definitely going to do D-Gun. And D-Gun's definitely going to give it a little oomph and give it a little pizzazz to it because he generally doesn't like the style of quarterbacking play of Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying he doesn't like Jalen Hurts as a human being, but he doesn't like his style of quarterbacking. So you go to D-Gun because, one, you're a punk and you're a coward. The same thing I said about A.J. Brown whining and drama to the internet, at least he was man enough to go do it himself. It was cryptic and it was weird, but he did it himself. Lane Johnson stood at his locker and said, the offense is messed up and things need to get fixed. He's a man. Anybody who went to D-Gun, one, you're crying like a punk. Two, you can't do anything about it. Because guess what? Jalen Hurts is a machine. So talking and subtweeting to him means nothing. AJ said it on the internet 42 times. What did Jalen Hurts say? Yeah, that's a KP question. That's a Nick Sirianni question. Hey, we working together to get it. So D-Gun saying anything about this man or what his standing is in the building means absolutely nothing. You are held hostage by Jalen Hurts. By crook or hook, you're going to get these wins by the way he means necessary. All right? Hey, you're down against the Rams and he's got to be Superman. He will put on the cape and save you. Hey, bro, my defense is playing all world. You know what I'm going to do? Run 3 times, try not to get a concussion, and ride this defense into the postseason. Either way, again, I'm going to keep saying it. Shut up and take your vegetables. Do you know why I look like this and he looks like that? It's discipline, okay? There's a reason Ozempic is #1 out here in the market for fat people that can't control their eating habits, all right? There is a reason why. Jalen Hurts, this. Human beings, regular fans, this. You have no control over your body or your station, so you sit there like a slob and cry to D-Gun about what you don't like about Jalen Hurts. Well, shut up, kids, and eat your vegetables. You might grow up to be an average tall white man, or you can eat these candies and be overweight diabetic or pre-diabetic. Let me put that on myself, like myself. So again, shut up and eat your vegetables and get these George W.
And let me clarify, because you said it better than I did. I don't want to come on. I know I said I'm concerned, right?
Yeah.
And that just kind of came out naturally as I'm talking. I'm not worried about the guys in the locker room. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. I'm not worried about the culture. I'm genuinely not. I don't like it. I don't want these, especially at 8-2, where things are going well, and it's almost like we're trying to create some sort of narrative. We're trying to create some sort of divide. That's the part that concerns me, not the locker room, not the culture, not the player. I just don't like hearing these. And to your point, I'm wondering, where the hell is it coming from? Why?
Where's your guy at?
What guy?
The guy that I bent the knee to.
Mr. Sirianni.
Sirianni was asked about it today, and this is part of that comes with it. That's annoying. Yeah, Sirianni's up there, and ESP, great reporter, love the guy, amazing at his job. But ESP's got to ask the question. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do
If
it.
he didn't ask it, somebody else is going to ask it.
Yeah, somebody else is going to ask it. So he's got to ask it. All these guys got jobs to do. I'm not knocking them for the job that they're doing or even the fact that they have a job to do. They're doing it. But it's just like Nick Sirianni sitting there like, all right, listen, I can't pay attention. I have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
I got a football team to coach, and I'm constantly being peppered. Imagine what it's like for like Jordan Mailata, who's now the mouthpiece, kind of took over in that BG role and mouthpiece, to constantly just be Jordan Mailata coming from Australia to come here to Philadelphia to blossom into this amazing all-pro, highest graded PFF, blah, 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 Super Bowl champion left tackle, sitting here at 8-2 going, this is what you guys are asking me? I gotta answer questions about this nonsense? BG said it right here on PHLY. Like, this is exhausting. And he just got back, and it's exhausting for him. And then it just opens up all the floodgates for like the Jalen Hurts naysayers. Told me what? Told me what? I said it before on this podcast. You don't win. He's the guy. Is Jalen Hurts the guy? Yeah. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, Super Bowl MVP. That's it. Conversation over. We've seen him do it. You don't have to keep asking if he's the guy. Oh, well, you've got to have a stacked offense around him in order to succeed. No shit, Sherlock. What quarterback doesn't? Yes, I will agree with you. There is an upper echelon, an upper 1% of quarterbacks who have ever played in the National Football League who can uplift a team and just take over a team no matter what the talent level is and make them better. Drew Brees. Okay, what did Drew Brees do? He went to 1 Super Bowl and won 1. He didn't go to 2. Who would you rather have, Drew Brees or Jalen Hurts? Let me answer that question for you. Drew Brees. That doesn't mean that Jalen Hurts isn't our guy and is not getting the job done. Who could be another example of a guy who could just go to any team and all of a sudden they're Super Bowl contenders because it doesn't matter the talent around them. They're going to uplift the team. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning went to 2 Super Bowls, won both. Let us not forget that second Super Bowl he won was on the what? On the what? On the what? Defense. The strength of the defense, because he had a noodle arm at that point. But you're going to, let me ask you, who would you rather have, Peyton Manning or Jalen Hurts? Let me answer for you, Peyton Manning. Tom Brady, the exception, not the rule. Rather have Tom Brady. Okay. But look at across the league, and you tell me that the rest of the, let's say 20, let's say 30. let's say 29 teams in the NFL wouldn't rather have Jalen Hurts than their current quarterback situation? Shame on you, Buffalo Bills. Shame on you, Baltimore Ravens. Shame on you, everyone else who says, I'd rather have that quarterback, Los Angeles Chargers, for not surrounding your quarterback with enough talent to get the job done. Don't blame him because he's got talent around him or needs talent. Look at all Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Troy Aikman, Jim Kelly, Steve Young. They all needed talent in order to succeed. What are we talking about here?
The idea.
I'm annoyed.
You should be. The idea that somehow we're going to blame Jalen Hurts because his general manager does his job.
Oh, my God.
Like, oh, well, he's carried. Like well, then maybe you should start carrying your quarterback. Or you don't think Josh Allen would like to have a little more talent around him on offense? You don't think Lamar Jackson would like, and he's even got a stacked roster, Lamar Jackson, but you don't think Joe Burrow would like his GM to do a little better job, stack that team with a little more talent? I think specific to Jalen Hurts, and again, we're using this word nuance. To me, he's like the ultimate litmus test. I think the conversation we're having is a little distracting because we're focusing on Jalen Hurts, and to me, he's the ultimate litmus test of your coordinator. You say he's not, maybe people want to say he's mid, or maybe say, oh, he gets carried. We've seen him in this offense before. In 2022 under Shane Steichen, they averaged 29 points a game. They looked pretty good, didn't they? Shane Steichen, good offensive mind, doing great things in Indianapolis, isn't he? He's an NFL head coach. In 2023, Brian Johnson, how did that look? 25 points a game. Brian Johnson ain't an OC anymore, right? He's kind of hanging on. And we all widely admit that Brian Johnson was not a good offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore, pretty damn good offensive coordinator. 29 points a game. Another NFL head coach. Kevin Patullo, 23 points a game. He's your ultimate litmus test for your offensive coordinator. But the flip side of that is, as we all know, he's had a different OC every single year, dating back to college. But he's had guys like Lane Kiffin. He's had guys like Steve Sarkisian and Brian Dable, who was a good OC in college. He's had good offensive coordinators in college and in the pros, and you see what he does with a good OC. But when you get a bad OC, roots him. It's the stink in the room, and immediately we understand, that's not fit. So why are we not sitting here saying, wait a minute, all you got to do is get a competent OC in front of this guy, and he's proven to you since college that he can win. He doesn't even need the consistency at the coordinator position. Just get him a good OC, and he'll win.
No, you get him a good OC if
you care about put up numbers.
If you care about style
fair,
and numbers.
Fair.
He's going to win regardless.
Fair. Yeah, 100%.
Jalen Hurts wins 80% of the time.
100%.
No matter what. Like a real throwaway line about all this is, because we're going to talk about the Lions hopefully at some point, and we got to talk about the Cowboys. But a real throwaway line about how it works is, people say all the time that Jalen Hurts has the best team around him. And at some point, you say that's true on offense, right? They always go to, they're the highest paid offense in the history of the NFL. And let me tell you something. Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL. Does that matter? Does it matter that Lane Johnson's getting paid what he's paid when he's gotten injury prone this season? Does it matter when Jurgens has been injury prone? Does it matter when Dickerson's been injury prone? Does it matter when Mailata's taking a step back? Does it matter when Saquon's taking a step back? Does it matter at all? Just because you paid this team that much money doesn't mean that they're the best because they got the check. There are a lot of things involved. A.J. Brown is 137th in separation. He can't get away from anybody. And I know he's king of 50-50 balls, but at least be nice every once in a while to see you get open. Now, is that on KP for not getting him open? But I'll just say this again. Just because you keep telling me I got the highest paid roster doesn't mean anything. Last year, the whole offense rushed for 2,000 yards, and we are seeing the pain of that success. The whole line, every single week, they've only played one game with the starting five together. One game where the whole team played start to finish. So what are we talking about? There's a lot of things going on besides the quarterback, besides KP, but besides A.J. Brown. Like, it's the whole unit that has issues, but we keep focusing on Jalen because that's the easiest hanging fruit.
Right. And you talked about the coordinator. You talked about the coordinator. And I agree with you 100%. And when Derek Gunn goes and says, well, Jalen might be going a little off script. They might be practicing a little bit. Good. Because not for nothing, if Lane Johnson earlier in the season is telling you this offense is predictable, he should go off script.
Right.
He should start doing what Jalen wants to do. Because not for nothing, but Jalen's been to 2 Super Bowls.
And
Jalen won a Super Bowl.
And he's had 9 coordinators. Maybe he wants to take some plays from somebody else that used to run some
You
stuff.
think any of these guys who remember the Brian Johnson days are going to allow another Bobo offensive coordinator to cramp their style and have a decline at the end of the season? Or is a man going to take the reins and decide, I know how to win. I'm at the head of the ship. It's my hands on the wheel, and I'm going to do it my way. Which, by the way, according to Rube, through the first 10 games, 2 turnovers. That's the least amount in NFL history. The Buffalo Bills said it last year, 8 turnovers all season. They're well on their way to doing it again. So, yeah, he's a little cautious. It's better than him going out there and slinging the ball around and doing turnovers. Let us rewind to Green Bay. Let us rewind to Atlanta last year when we were criticizing Jalen Hurts for being a little reckless with the ball. What are we doing?
They're paying bills.
Yeah, good call.
Well, when the weather turns chilly, the last thing you need is a home project piling up. Ace Hardware Home Services brings trusted local pros right to your door to help you get your home ready for the colder months. From heating tune-ups and plumbing fixes to generators and emergency repairs, their experts handle it all. No guesswork, no stress. Just a local pro to get the job done right. Satisfaction guaranteed. Find the help you need for your next home project at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Everybody's got their favorite hard tea, but have you ever turned the can around to read what's in it? You can't, because they don't tell you. And while they, quote unquote, hide what's inside, Crooked Tea brags about it. Crooked Tea brews real USDA organic tea for real flavor with 0 sugar. No fake junk hiding behind the label. What you see is exactly what you drink. So the next time you're at the store, go ahead, grab that former favorite hard tea, turn it around, flip the can. If you can't find the ingredients, just put it back. That's all you got to do. Just put it back. Then grab a Crooked Tea, 0 sugar, real tea, and fully transparent. You know it, Philly. Real recognizes real. So why drink the fake stuff? Crooked Tea. The only thing better is a strip sack in the Super Bowl. Visit crookedtea.com to find a store near you.
So before we had to pay some bills, the reality is the Eagles are 40-2 when they win the turnover battle. Oh, wow. And if it's all about winning football games and your quarterback has figured out that, look, all I have to do, especially with the defense playing it the way that they're playing, if we can't run the football and we're a little banged up on the offensive line, if my wide receivers aren't getting separation and my OC isn't scheming anybody open, there's no creativity, he's not doing what he feels is his job. He doesn't have to throw the ball for Jalen. He can make Jalen's job a little bit easier once in a while, right? There is such a thing as scheming guys open or coming into a game with a creative game plan. And if none of that's happening and Jalen doesn't want to force it into tight windows and he doesn't want to risk the ball down the field and they know that they're 40-2 when they win the turnover battle, then again, what are we bitching at? What are we complaining for? I get it. It's different in Philadelphia because the goal isn't just right now, right, wrong, or indifferent. The goal isn't just to win this week. It is, but in our heads, the goal is, hey, we're running it back. We want to get back to and win the Super Bowl. The goal is bigger than just week to week. We understand that. So the concern is, well, that doesn't look good. Is that going to win in January? Will that play in February? And I understand that aspect. But as long as they keep winning football games, and as long as I don't believe there's anybody else out there in the NFL that can run away, because we thought, hey, maybe the Packers would challenge him and run away with that. And the defense said, no, you're not. And then the best offense in the NFL came in the link, and we thought, hey, they're really going to challenge them. Then they'll go blow for blow. It's going to be a boat. No, it's not. So as long as those things are happening, and it's a team sport with 3 phases, take care of the football. If that's the difference, take care of the football.
I don't know if I've heard the word sustainable used quite a bit for the last 2 weeks. Is this sustainable? Is this style of play sustainable? My answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know once we get to the playoffs if this is going to be sustainable. I don't know if this is going to lead to a Super Bowl championship. But what I do know is they keep throwing teams in front of the Eagles saying, they'll get them. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've got their number. They've beat them down in Tampa, September. It's hot. Todd Bowles has got their number. Ba-bam! No, forget it. 1. Okay, it's going to be the Green Bay Packers. You watch that Green Bay Jordan Love, Lambeau. Oh, it's going to be cold and it's hard to win in Lambeau. And they throw them in front of the Eagles. Ba-bow! And they win. Oh, it's going to be the Detroit Lions. You watch. Race to 50. First one to 50, and that Eagles offense can't hang. And I had a feeling last week that it would, like, I know it's going to be like, hey, we got to keep up. I'm not sure about that because sometimes when you take two really good teams, it's the struggle bus. We've seen it time and time again. I don't know why this is a surprise to anybody. All these high-scoring, high-flying offense, all of a sudden they're in the trenches like it's World War II, just firing at each other, trying to gain an inch. It happens. It happens. But bow, there goes the Lions. No. So everybody in the NFC that they're throwing at us, they keep beating. I don't know if it's sustainable, but the evidence would support. I don't know. Maybe it is.
It's just proof that it is a week-to-week league. It's just proof that, hey, records and numbers and what your offense puts up and point. It's week to week. That is different. Like everybody can beat the Eagles until it's time to beat the Eagles. So for me, because I shared the same concerns, I'm sure Gritty, you shared the same concerns just in terms of what Detroit's offense would be able to do. But what did they go? Interception, punt, turnover on downs. Then they finally found the end zone. I didn't have that on the bingo card. I didn't think that they were going to go 0 for 5 on fourth downs. But you had to play the game. And the way they played the game, the Eagles found a way to come out on top.
So, Gritty, you wanted to talk about the Detroit Lions game, and I think it's a perfect opportunity now that we paid some bills and kind of gotten that a little out of our system. It's going to come up again. It's going to come up again.
The one thing I said was that Detroit Lions weren't going to punt, and they didn't punt.
They did not punt.
Nick should have punted at the end of the game, but they went for it. The defense has now become what the defense was last year. I know people want to jump out of the window and say it's better than last year because it makes you feel better. I need to see it in dome weather because you're outside.
I know.
The same reason that the offense didn't look great, it's 40-degree winds.
Yeah, it was windy.
It's 2 degrees outside in Lambeau. So maybe your wide receivers aren't dropping passes. Maybe the deep balls aren't going. I mean, there's so many things to the game where it's like, why isn't Jalen Hurts scoring points? Let me see you go out there and throw a ball 5 yards with gusts of 25-mile-an-hour winds at 11 o'clock at night with 100,000 people screaming at your back. Please go show me that you can do it, okay? So that's the first thing. Jared Goff has never had that low percentage in his life. He was 33%. The last time he was 40-some%. When was it? Oh, a windy night game when it was 35 degrees outside. He had 2 gloves on. There's a lot of things that go into the game. So, yes, the defense looks all world. Show me the defense next week against the Cowboys inside in a track meet with no wind, no weather. The only thing you got to worry about is that stupid glare.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got to worry about is the sun setting down on you. So if they go into Jerry's World and shut down that high-powered, we beat up the Las Vegas Raiders drunk with hangover, cool. Then I'll be in all defense. But the offense better be out there cooking too. Because then, Jalen, now I can't cover you. I can't cover you. There's no wind. There's no cold. The first 4 passes were drops. Is that Jalen's fault? Is it Jalen's fault that Saquon Barkley is averaging 3.3 yards a carry and Tank Johnson's averaging 7? The thing is, you should give Tank at least 10 carries a game. And that sounds blasphemous. But you know what happens? People's junk gets hard when they see Saquon Barkley in the backfield now. They get rock solid wanting to prove their might and get down in the box and we're going to shut Saquon down. He's not getting a 40-yard run on me. When Tank's in there, anybody else is like, oh, they might pass it. Let's okay, we'll cover the run, but we'll chill out. But as soon as Saquon gets back in there, he will not put me on the ESPN cover. I will not be on the man cover. So you've got to mix it up because they're putting brick walls in front of Saquon over and over and over again. But again, a good OC would realize that. I'm seriously on the couch.
You know what a good OC wouldn't do? When you have Saquon in the backfield, I don't know, use Grant Calcaterra as your lead blocker. Like, these are the types of things where you look at him and you say, look, because we're not in the offensive meetings and we're not in the huddle. And like, I get all that. But who in their right mind said, hey, we got to pick up 3 yards here. Let's let Grant Calcaterra, probably the worst blocking tight end that we have, let's let him lead block and whiff on both guys. Not one time, multiple times. So if you're making mistakes like that, if you're building that into your game,
that's Jalen's fault.
That's 100% Jalen's fault because he was like, "Oh, running play. Let me get Grant. Let me get So those are my concerns. Like when I look at Patullo, because I don't know what Jalen's changing and I don't know what they're practicing, But if you were willing to tell me that you had trust in Grant Calcaterra to lead block, then I'm going to start questioning other plays. What other design? What other great ideas did you have that are resulting in whatever this box score is or whatever this product that we see on the field? What is your hand in all of this? It's just decisions and plays and designs like that. I scratch my head.
And by the way, the wind was obviously there, but the wind was 100% a factor.
Sure.
Out in the parking lots, like there were people trying to set up tailgates and tents were flying. I saw like, I don't know how to call it on there, a pee tent. You know what I mean? It's the tent.
PP tent. Oh.
Yeah. Where you can just go in and there's a bucket there and whatever. Hey, listen, when you're out there partying from 10 a.m.
Gotta have a PP tent.
You gotta, I saw one Mary Poppins its way across Wells Fargo. I don't know what to call it, H lot. I watched one just the wind was so bad. I was DJing for Philly Sports Trips, and I'm DJing, and out the corner of my eye, I see one of the speakers. You know how much a speaker weighs? I see one of the speakers in the stand, and I jumped over my equipment and my laptop and got a minor concussion because this DJ speaker that weighs a ton clunked me in the back. That's how powerful the wind was. Yeah. You were watching those punts. How many times did you see a punt returner have to adjust for it? And that's also something on the OC too, because you're sitting in the stands and you're watching these long, lofty. Picture Donovan McNabb arching his back, letting it rip. Right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those Donovan style touch passes that were going up and getting lost. Mm-hmm. And okay, that gives you enough time for the defender to make a play. Why weren't you? Now, Jalen could zip it in there, but why weren't you going more direct passes? Why were we going for these long, lofty ones that were absolutely 100%? Because, by the way, too, to wind, there's two openings at Lincoln Financial Field. One that overlooks the skyline to the west of the stadium, and one that's sort of semi-open. Not really. They clogged it up with the Miller Lite flight deck. But those are the two openings. It was a northwestern wind. All that wind was coming through the opening. It 100% mattered on the field.
On the field, the part that tripped me up is you saw a pregame with the field goals, going left to right, right? So the part that tripped me up, though, is we saw that, and then it all made sense. But when Jake started booting 40-some-yard field goals and the Lions started booting a 50-yard field goal, and it was piss missile, dead straight, didn't move, then I just started at home going, wait a minute, is it windy? Is it not? I think it's windy. It's showing it's windy. They show the flag.
That's
but
crazy.
The kicks weren't affected.
How Earth works. Wind is a gust. It's a flowing option.
No, but even on the field goals, they would show the flags blowing crazy, but the ball wouldn't be affected.
They'd be dead sometimes too. Like I'm
just telling you, it was trippy.
That's how wind works. I'm just telling you how wind works. It comes in, it goes out like the ocean,
and the moon landing.
Meteorologist gritty over
here. Tornado gritty.
They're never wrong. They're never wrong. You can't argue.
Wind gusts. I'm just saying. So that's why Baldy gets on my nerves, because he knows a lot about football, and he's sitting there breaking down from his TV set. Why isn't Jalen throwing the ball? And I'm like, if you don't get this grandpa all 22, because I love Baldy. Baldy knows more about football than I could ever dream of in my life. But when sometimes he's breaking down, talking about the quarterback, you want to talk about Jalen Carter's appetite for destruction? I know you love Guns N' Roses, Baldy. I get it. But when you're drinking down a quarterback, I'd like to see the all 22 as opposed to you watching him run around scrambling in the background. Because I know for a fact, and you know being at the games, there's not a lot of separation going on some of these long routes. And no one's coming back to Jalen. They recently have started to come back to him in the last couple of games, but a lot of times guys get lost in their sauce, and then they're looking around like, who's got the ball? A.J. Brown is stopping on routes. I mean, it just is what it is. We didn't talk about that. He stopped on at least 3 routes that I saw in that game. You can't be tweeting and not moving your feet. Like, you got to hustle. A couple of blocks, he was like, on.
Right.
I mean, again, there were drops. There's a whole lot of things. But again, I've chalked that up to the weather. So again, the defense looked great.
The defense looks phenomenal. But just like those coaching points that are making major differences right now, like you can't tell me that Clint Hurt, defensive line coach, and the talking points of getting your hands up and being able to, hey, Jared Goff has got to tell. You know exactly when he's getting ready to throw the ball. If you're blocked, get those hands up. They're blocking passes left and right. It's a coaching point handed down by Clint Hurt to the defensive lineman, and it's paying off dividends. One of those block passes, which I believe Jordan Davis had 3 of them, which earned him his NFC Player of the Defensive Player of the Week. nomination. You know, one of those ended up in a Cooper DeJean interception. That leads to turnovers. Okay, here's a coaching point for the wide receivers. Work back to the ball. Find the open spot. Saquon does it all the time.
Saquon does it all the time because he's a giant.
He knows what it's like to having a shitty quarterback.
Yeah, he's used to being able to help. So the other thing about the coaching is getting questioned. Everybody's like, "Where's Stoutland University at? Where's Stoutland University at?" Now, again, nobody watches the show, so it's not going to leak anything bad. But
appreciate you all in the chat. Right. Yeah, I appreciate you all in the chat. Thank you so much.
All 7 of them know that I love them. But I go to Chickies and Pete's, and you see Mailata do the show and stuff afterwards. And I usually don't like ask for a picture or anything like that, but I usually try to say hi. And his foot is like killing him. Like he's like, "How you doing, bro?" He's like, "Man, I gotta get through these signatures. I gotta get off my feet. My foot's killing me." Now, mind you don't hear about that in the game. He's out there doing his best, but you're like, "He's a turnstile. He let such and such blow right by him." You don't know what these dudes are going through. And like I said, they haven't played in a cohesive unit. So it's like, how much can Stoutland do when Lane's in and out every game? When, Fred Johnson comes in and then they got to find somebody, they figure out he's taking that spot. It's really, really hard. They're doing their best. And it's like, I really am just happy with the wins because I don't know the intricacies of what's going on. But the little things, like all the things we're talking about, like there's no reason why they can't do some of those things. You're not trying bunch formations. You're not implementing it at all to try it. Like before, remember we always talked about was motion last year. Just anybody do motion. Now I'm like, we're not doing anything.
You just run something other than a hitch, please. Can we just run one route other than a hitch? Something. If you look at the route tree, it's either hitch or go, or hitch or go, or hitch. Maybe a flag, hitch or go. Run a dig. Like it's the same. It's the same thing over and over again, and it makes zero sense.
And that doesn't warrant much improvisation. You just said bunch formation, and I wasn't on camera, but my jaw dropped. I'm like, when's the last time you've seen a bunch?
Well, a bunch.
When's the last time you've seen a bunch formation? It's almost like
maybe at the goal line.
It's like, listen, we'll never understand the X's and O's. We'll forget more. They'll forget more football than we'll ever know in our lifetime, right?
Sure.
But it is funny how sometimes the fan base screams for motion. You're not doing motion enough, and then they start doing motion. And it starts working. It's amazing.
Get under center.
Fans scream, "Hey, why don't you try under center for a change?" And then they finally do it. And oh my goodness, look what's working. Oh, look at all the benefits for it. Oh, it pauses the linebackers for half a second, which buys you some time to maybe do something else or keep the defense honest. Oh my goodness. And now we're looking, it's the same formation even if there is motion, they just motion to the same formation. When's the last time you've seen a bunch? I'll tell you the last time we've seen a bunch. Goddard touchdown.
Goal.
Who was that against? Yeah, goal line stuff.
Right? Yeah.
Where they shovel past it or move that out.
It was early in the season.
Yeah, that's the last time I can remember seeing a bunch formation in this offense.
Here's the deal. Like, I'm not an X's and O's guy, right? And nobody here's tuning in to hear any of us talk about route trees or X's and O's or play calling. That's not our gig. That's not my bag.
By the way, if you want to do that, go watch Fran. Does a fantastic
there are
job.
Guys that you will go tune in and talk to, and they will speak way more educatedly about it than we can. And I'll speak only for myself. So I don't care whether it's a bunch formation. I don't care if we're a couple years ago saying run the damn ball. I don't care if we're screaming for motion. We're being fans, and that's fine. But I've watched enough football, we all have, to know what a good offense looks like. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you're throwing the ball. I don't care if it's intermediate routes. I don't care if you're running it. I don't care if it's formation. I know what a good offense looks like. I know what a well-oiled machine looks like. I know what a good operation feels like. And right now, that's not what the Eagles' offense looks like. And it's not my job to figure it out, right? I'm not a player on the team. I'm not an offensive coordinator. But I do know that offensive coordinator, like, that's his job. His job is, if this isn't working, okay, we're going to figure something out. If we have a deficiency over here, okay, well, we're going to implement a new game plan. We are going to figure out what our strength is and how we can move this football down the field. And to date, I'm sorry, but through 11 weeks, Kevin Patullo hasn't shown me that he can do that he can be that for this offense. So I don't care what we do. I don't care what formation, whether it's motion, get under center, RP. I don't care about any of that. Move the damn ball. Show me an efficient offense. That's your challenge.
And I think we're going to see some wrinkles. I think we're going to see some new things scattered in here and there. After the bye week, all of a sudden, Fred's checking in as eligible, and all of a sudden, we're introduced to the jumbo package, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to goal line with the Goddard stuff. You're going to see some different wrinkles. But I think, at least for the 2025 Eagles, we have to set the expectation of this offense is what it is, man. The offense, talent-wise, you look across the board, albeit some guys are injured, and then you look at the production on offense, and the math ain't mathing.
Okay, then that's fine that we say that.
Yeah.
But then you started the show with why. So if this is what it's going to be, and we've seen what it can be,
Right.
then my question to you is why?
So
go ahead.
You can answer that question after we pay some bills.
Let me go first.
Sure.
All right. Hey, parents, the holidays are coming fast, and it's the perfect time to teach your kids a little something about money. And Greenlight makes that easy. Greenlight is an all-in-one money app and debit card made just for families. It helps kids learn to spend wisely, save for what matters, and build smart money habits, all with you calling the plays. And here's the best part. TrueMark Financial Credit Union members get a free custom card with their free Greenlight subscription, a $79.99 value. Not a member yet? No problem. You can open an account online or at any TrueMark Financial's 24 branch locations and score this exclusive offer. With Greenlight, you'll get real-time spending alerts, easy controls, and an instant on-off switch for your kids' cards. Plus, kids can earn their savings and manage chores and allowance right in the app. So on this holiday season, get a win. Visit TrueMark.com/Greenlight for all details and get started today. TrueMark Financial Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
So I made the mistake the other day of going over to my buddy's house to watch the games, and I was told he knew what he was doing. He was all set up for the game, and we're gonna live the life. And next thing I know, I'm getting buffering, and it's not the good kind. The wind was spinning, and I couldn't watch anything. Next thing I know, I'm getting tweet updates before the plays happen, and I'm like, bro, I've been bamboozled. I've been led astray. You told me you were a fan. Now I'm sitting here saying to myself, I could have been sitting at home with my Xfinity. I could have had 4K, 4 boxes up. I could have had the luxuriousness of some enhanced 4K, watching my football the way that I like to watch it. And I'm sorry, bro, I'm never coming back to your crib again unless you upgrade your services, because the buffering was bad. I don't like being behind. And you know how Philadelphia Eagles are. They be tweeting out everything instantly. I'm like, touchdown, where? 30 seconds later, I'm like, come on, man, you're killing me. So if you are a real fan, I suggest that you go over there at Xfinity.com and upgrade your life and your TV experience and realize that you can get 4K 4-box with their upgraded plan. On top of that, notifications, live stats on the sideline, get everything that you need at Xfinity.com.
So that's very telling, because when you texted me during the game about Gibson trying to field that punt, that was on time. So that just tells me I was probably a little behind the game as well, and I didn't know it, and now you've just exposed it.
Yeah.
The minute it happened, you texted me. I thought we were on the same wavelength. You were buffering, huh?
Yeah, I was buffering.
All right.
I used to catch shit for that on Twitter. When I was active on Twitter, I used to catch shit for that because all the time I would go live when they scored a touchdown.
You're
Crowd
always
reactions.
ahead. You're 30 seconds ahead.
30 seconds ahead, and people would be like, knock it.
Yep.
Like, we
I'm
appreciate
still in a
it,
commercial break,
thanks,
bro.
but don't.
Right.
All right?
I'm
Like, this is cool, but it's not. So knock it off.
Break. I can't deal with you.
Yep.
So how do you fix the? I don't think the offense is there to be fixed. I genuinely don't. I think it is what it is. We
So
are what
you
we
don't
are.
think it's just for example, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just trying to create a conversation. You don't think this offense could improve by handpicking or changing out the OC? You don't think the pieces are there for a quality offense to be run?
Oh, 100% I do. But
Okay,
the thing is, you're not switching the OC.
You're
right
not
now.
doing it.
You're not doing it.
Okay,
right
so
now.
you're saying it's just not going to happen, but you've identified.
No, but this offense, just like Brian Johnson, right? This offense, they're gonna roll with it. This team, this offense, this design, this scheme, it is what it is. And history tells you that if the offensive coordinator knows what they're doing, things click. 30 points a game, 29 points a game, whatever it might be. You ran down the statistics. Those aren't a coincidence, right? But it's frustrating with and we all voiced this concern. We all voiced this concern going into the season that, okay, listen, I understand that it's an in-house hire, never called plays before. Okay. That you want to grow, you want this guy who has been with the offense to continue to grow with this offense. I get it. We tried this before. We tried this before. And I get the concept of, hey, listen, we want this guy to grow along with the offense. We want this guy to grow into the role. We're in a championship window. We're in, whether they want to admit it or not, they're defending a Super Bowl and they're pursuing back-to-back Super Bowls for the first time since who? Kansas City, Tom Brady, and it's a very exclusive list. Well, I don't have time to sit there and babysit an offensive coordinator while he blossoms into a flat. I ain't got time for. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I can make you feel a lot better. Do you want to feel better?
I think I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say that Kevin Patullo is on a short list of hot head coaching candidates. And in that case, I've never rooted more for that man in my life.
That is something to be said. That's not what I was going to say. Julia, do you want to feel better? Okay. The offense is going to look.
Nobody cares how I feel?
We already know you're going to feel better.
Okay, all right.
He's over there grumping. You've been level-headed. He's
All right.
Yeah, I've been grumpy E.
Yeah. So you're going to feel better on Sunday about the Eagles offense. You're going to feel better on Black Friday about the Eagles offense. You're going to feel terrible on December 8th. You're going to feel amazing on December 14th. And December 20th, you're going to feel great. On December 28th, you're going to be sick to your stomach. You are going to throw up everywhere. And then on January 4th, you're going to feel amazing. And then the postseason is going to come, and you are going to be rocks off with your socks off. Because when we play the Cowboys, Jalen Hurts and everybody else is going to show up and show out. It's going to be a good game. The Bears, they're going to be fat from Thanksgiving and not know how to handle prime time on a Friday. It's a short week for them.
They ain't ready.
The Chargers, they got a good defense. They're bringing the pail. You do that. The defense, the offense, I'm not worried about offense. Our defense is going to destroy them. But their defense is legit.
I ain't worried about them.
The Raiders, okay.
Next.
The Commanders,
Next.
The Bills were going to lose that game. It's going to look really bad, and everybody's going to be so upset and think that the whole world's crashing. And then we get to beat up on the Commanders again, and then the postseason comes. When the postseason comes, Jalen Hurts gets to run again. Once Jalen Hurts gets to run again, then Saquon can run. Then the passing game can open up with your slants. He got a concussion in that game against
Commanders.
This year.
Oh, this year.
He got a concussion against the Denver Broncos.
Right.
And ever since that game, he has not run. I hate listening to, again, all the people we love on every radio station, on every blog. I told Cuz, I'm like, you got some of the best minds in the world coming on here every day. Where's Jalen running? The first play, the first drive, he's running, he gets banged off the creek. And Mailata yanked him up, and they went on about their business. And then you mean to tell me he goes 0 for 8? You're not foggy, bro. You're not foggy. Good enough to stay in the game and keep his wits about him, but holding on for dear life to stay in that game because, Jalen, if you go down for an extended period of time again,
We're cooked.
with this record, with this schedule, we're cooked.
Yeah.
So please, conservative. So that's why I said when D-Gun says what he says, I get it, but who are you listening to? Because if Nick Sirianni is dad's like, hey, son, I need you in these games. Patullo's mom, protect the baby. Like, I need my man out here. So everybody else knows that we got to play conservative and keep this man healthy for the postseason, but everybody outside can't figure out why Jalen Hurts isn't running because he's not Josh Allen. He's not 6'7" and can take these hits. But once the postseason comes, the hits comes off, 55 points. And remember when we won the Super Bowl, we won the championship game, and everybody on the radio was talking about how boring was that? That was a terrible Super Bowl.
It was great for me.
Right?
Yeah, I had a blast.
I was just fans. Everybody was talking like, what are you talking? But every talking head was like, oh, that was boring. I wish we would have saw a close game. Now you're getting close games, and all they do is cry. It's just amazing to have something to complain about and cry about. But good times are coming.
The only thing I'll disagree with you a little bit with that schedule that you just said you're going to be happy, bad, you're going to be sick to your stomach. The only thing I'll kind of maybe disagree with you with is that December 28th game against the Buffalo Bills. It might not matter.
Oh.
It may not matter whether or not it will for Buffalo. Oh, it will for Buffalo.
And it will for the meltdown of the team and the people. Not the team, excuse me. Every fan, every analysis, every radio person, every person you talk about, see, they can't beat the team like the Buffalo Bills. You think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl and beat the AFC? That's what that's for.
Yeah.
That's not for you or me or Jay. That's for those people. When we lose that game, because I'm saying we're going to lose that game, when we lose that game, heads are going to roll and see, you can't go into the playoffs playing like this and win. We told you it was going to come back and bite you. Mind you, the Buffalo Bills lost to the Miami Dolphins and Drake Mayo. Right. But when they play at home, they're destructive. This is their last season in that stadium. They are playing with emotion and Ghosts from Christmas Past as their spirit animals every time they play there for their fans.
You said two. I'm sorry.
No, go.
You said two things that are going to stick with me from this show. Number one, you want to see that defense, and I thought it was oddly worded when you said in indoor weather. Indoor weather, it didn't click with me. But you're right. Okay, let's get on a racetrack. Let's make the playing field and the weather a little bit more even and see how this defense does. Let's see how the offense does, right? Because these are external factors affecting the game. That stuck with me. All right. And the other one was the offense. When they get to the playoffs, I'm sitting here being like, the offense is what it is. And then it's like, well, wait a minute. Let's see what happens when they take the leashes off the dogs in the postseason, because it's do or die. You know how this team believes, and you know how this team does, and you know how this team behaves in the postseason. Maybe I got to check myself and say, hey, listen, yeah, this offense might be what it is right now. In the postseason, let's see what it looks like, because those dogs are going to come off the leash, and it's going to be do or die time. And this Philadelphia Eagles team just breathes differently. They live differently. They bleed differently when it comes to the postseason.
And because it's a week to week. We react week to week, right? We saw what happened when they played in Minnesota, and he had a perfect passer rating, and they were moving the ball down the field. We saw them put up 38 points against the Giants the next week. So we know that the capability's there. But when they play a tough opponent.
Was he in a dome?
No, not against the Giants. Against the Vikings, yes.
Oh, it had a perfect passer rating.
Correct, perfect passer rating.
Okay,
right. So it's that no, but it's agreement. I like that's the context that people are ignoring, and is, to your point, very valid. It just seems like everybody in this league, whether it's a team or a player, is allowed to have a bad week, is allowed to have an off week, is allowed to have a week where, hey guys, it's the NFL and there's professionals on both sides. But let it be the defending Super Bowl champions. Let it be the 8-2 Eagles. Let it be the number 1 seed in the NFC. Let it be the team that just knocked off the Packers. Let it be the team that just knocked off the Lions. And because they don't play up to your par, because they don't play up to the level that you expect to see them every week, now it's a problem. Piss off with that. Kick rocks. That's what I say.
So Howdy Doody entered the chat. How are you? Are you ready to talk about
it?
Yeah.
Why's it gotta be Howdy Doody?
Yo, does it even feel like? Does it feel like Dallas week? Does it even?
Actually, it does.
It does for you?
Yeah, because if you pay attention at all to what's happening on the networks around us, the national media market, they're telling you that, hey, did you see those boys? You see those boys on Monday night play those lowly Raiders?
Oh my God.
Hey, you see those boys? They got a couple new weapons. That's a brand new defense now. Hey, if this defense can play and they can match it up with that offense, the question was asked today, can the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl?
Who asked that?
Get Up this morning.
Oh,
can the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl? You said it, Mike Greenberg. You know you did. I watched it. Guilty.
They can win the Super Bowl.
They got to get to the playoffs first.
They got to turn on Madden.
right. But I do, in fairness, though, it is, you're going, everything that we're talking about, hey, let's see that defense on a climate-controlled, fast track. You're going to see that this week. Hey, you guys want to go up and you want to see that offense work? You want the Eagles offense to get on track? Well, you're going to see that this week. You want to go up and you want to take a big swing at a team that it's tough to beat. I think Dak Prescott is 21-2 against the NFC East in Dallas. That's tough. I think he's 6-1 against the Eagles in Dallas. So for all things, and we always say this about NFC East matchups, throw out the records. It doesn't matter. And they do look different on defense. They've added Logan Wilson. They've added Quinnen Williams. They got Overshown back, Revels back. So they do look a little different on defense. The Birds look a little different on defense too. Didn't have Jalen Carter last time. Didn't have Jalen Phillips last time. Makuba was a rookie last time they played. Didn't have Nakobe Dean. Didn't have Brandon Graham. So you can tell me about how the Dallas Cowboys defense looks a little different. I'll tell you, they still ain't playing at the level the Eagles defense is, especially with added reinforcements. Now, if we can get that offense clicking a little bit, maybe get some fireworks a little bit, I think this Sunday is going to be a fun show.
Sunday is going to be a fun show. Before I get into my thoughts on the game, Gritty, what do you think?
I think that you're all both messed up and we need to do woo player before we talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, there's a rhythm to our
Okay,
bad.
There usually is.
Look, I just put the hat on. Howdy
I'm
doody.
sorry,
I just put the howdy doody hat
I know,
on.
yeah,
He
did
threw
you?
it to me.
Yeah, howdy do did you?
All right.
Oh, we got howdy
Howdy
doody
did
me.
you?
Yeah, all right.
We got an order?
Yeah, let's do Woo Player of the Week then.
Yeah. E-Rock, me, Ashworth, Julia.
So my Woo Player of the Week this week, we were wondering if he was a bust. We were wondering why he was drafted so high. We were wondering why you would take a first-round pick and draft a rotational run-stuffing defensive tackle. And we were questioning it up until this year. And now that he's in shape, according to Vic Fangio, according to the defensive coordinator, and now that he's knocking down passes, and now that he has become 1/3 of the most dominant defensive tackle rotation in the National Football League, we have to strongly start considering what the Eagles are going to do with his fifth-year option. And I think he needs to absolutely be a priority signing in this offseason. So, Mr. Jordan Davis, you are my
Woo!
Player of the Week.
Sir,
Yep.
you?
Oh, it's me? I did say it was me. So, my player of the week, I'm just going to get down to it. Amon-Ra St. Clown, I love you so much. You went on a world tour after losing to the Commandos last year, talking about we should have played the Eagles. It should have been us. We're at the Super Bowl all week. The 2 weeks running up, you're talking about what it would have been and how you would have done us and their injuries and what's going on. We win the Super Bowl. You're back on your podcast talking about how we never would have made it there. We never had a chance to. And you would have done the same thing. And in the offseason, you're talking to your cousin sister's dog's mother about how you want us on opening day. And when the schedule came out, you didn't get it. You cried then. And then you went and played the Commandos and dog walked them and got your payback and you showed everybody and you're jerking off stuff for the president and you felt real good. Amon-Ra St. Clown. Then you came to Philadelphia and got shut down. You didn't do anything. You didn't catch nothing. You didn't see nothing. You wasn't 0 for nobody. I don't even think you blocked. But for you, you get to be my woo player of the week. That's the only thing you get about a Philadelphia.
I know his rhythm now. I know his beat. Now that I say it, I know he'll change it. But I always love the angle he's going. I thought he was going to go Jared Goff for that very reason. And I'm just naming names because I'm not into my Woo Player segment yet. I'm not into my segment yet. I'm just saying I'm on to you. I know what you're doing. Now, ring the bell. For me, we talk about the different guys on defense. You mentioned a big contributor on the defensive side of the football. And we talked week after week about, well, they've added this guy. They brought this guy back. This guy's healthy. They traded for that guy. Oh, we got a first-round pick. Is he a bust? Is he not? Oh, he's really stepped up, but he's been big. But for me, my Woo Player of the Week was a guy that we saw for the first time last year, and he took some strides. And we were looking for him to elevate even more. Maybe the first half of the season, he kind of was stagnant for a little bit. We were wondering, when's he going to take that next step? Some reinforcements came in. We had a big test against the Detroit Lions coming into our building. All the eyes were on the defense. All the eyes were on some of the key names that we want to mention. But this young man had 6 pressures, led the team. 5 QB hits, led the team. 17% pressure win rate, led the team. Threw in a hurry there, just for the fun of it. Jalen Hunt, you have stepped up and been a difference maker. Not one that we didn't think he could be, one that you're proving you are. It's one thing for us to say, hey, he can take that next step, and it's another beautiful thing to actually watch you take that next step. So for me, Jalen Hunt, howdy doody, you are my woo player of the week.
Now, Julia, before you speak, I gave you the opportunity to go last so you could think about it. which also puts pressure upon you. Would you like to know
You want to know
the rules?
Yes, please.
Because you haven't done it.
There are rules to this game.
you're gonna get a pass.
So
Okay.
You do not.
No,
All
there's no
right.
passes.
Giving out
No, there's no
passes.
passes.
There's no passes.
I know. It's
You're
been a
not
long
gonna
time
do
since
it.
I've
She's
been
an
here, so
adult.
thank you.
She's an adult. There's no passes. Now, it's really simple. You can't pick one of the players we just picked.
Right. Okay.
I'm not going to hold you to not picking somebody from last week because you don't know.
Okay.
But you can only say this one player's name. So if you want to talk about someone else who's in conjunction with this player, you need to talk around that.
Yes.
You need to only say one player's name.
Throughout the
Okay.
whole bit.
For
One
instance,
name.
Got it.
when
Okay.
I slipped up and said
Vic.
Vic.
and then I
Got
you're
it,
not
got it,
supposed
Which
to.
is why I said, when I said Jared Goff, I'm not in my segment yet. I'm not in the bit
Okay.
yet.
Got
So
it.
no
got it.
pressure,
Okay.
None.
but
Okay.
go.
Okay. Oh, my player of the week, my woo player of the week. Okay. Is someone who's this season been been having has turned into a PHLI coworker. First of all.
Okay.
Is just a joy of a person. I am very, very lucky every week I get to work with him on his podcast, but and most recently has rejoined the Philadelphia Eagles. Am I allowed to say Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And I just
Say it with
his
your chest
his life advice, his just his soul, his everything about him. He's just an amazing person. Brandon Graham is my woo player of the week.
Welcome.
So-
welcome.
Yeah, you nailed
Welcome.
it. Nailed it on the
So,
first one.
first of all, don't clap for her.
Sorry.
I am,
My bad.
I am, first of all, the stammering in the beginning of that.
All right.
The level of like dedication that you get is bad enough that I'm the secondary BG to Philadelphia. Now I'm the secondary BG in your heart. You said that with conviction.
No.
Sitting down the
my
soul,
advice
the love.
is
You've already been my
Life
coworker.
advice.
You've already been my coworker.
I'm gonna come back and listen to this.
See that gleam in her eye?
Cry myself to sleep. Talking about the way you just. I love Brandon Graham too, but I thought I at least with you.
I know. Okay,
You
well,
know what
he's back in the team. He's
Don't
just a
apologize.
game.
Don't apologize. It's your woo play.
Yeah. And also, I haven't been producing you guys. I can say the same thing. I can say you next week.
Yeah,
The other
sure.
BG.
Sure, yeah.
BG too.
Yep. And can't even call me BG Light. I'm heavier than him.
Howdy doody.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, it is the appropriate time to ask you, Mr. Black Gritty, BG number 2. How do you feel about the Dallas
Backup
Cowboys?
BG.
Backup
BG. I wish I could be backup BG. So this week is going to really be the greatest weekend of the season for me because of all the drama and all the stuff that's going on. Again, I just remember the last game my quarterback was in a dome and had a perfect QB rating against one of the best defenses in the league. The Minnesota Vikings have an elite defense. Now, who am I to say that having a perfect passer rating means anything? But it means something. I know there's a lot of PPE stats and all the things that come around. We don't know what's going on. But that's something where your quarterback is on target, on point, and ready to go. I know that A.J. Brown hates Dallas. I know that Devontae does. I know that Goddard does. And we know Saquon does. There's no one on that team on the offensive side of the ball that doesn't have actual vitriol against this team. And then on top of that, Jalen Carter, who didn't get to play a snap, is going to wreak insane destruction. I don't have much money, but I'm about to update my 401k and put it on 3 sacks. I'm trying to retire again because it's going to be one of the most phenomenal games of the year, hands down, in a dome. I expect this Dallas team to be dismantled. All the things you were talking about, I saw that Greeny talk. Greeny went on First Take, and Stephen A. Smith was stammering at the way this man was talking about Dallas as a PR team. So when we go in there on Sunday and dismantle this team the way I feel it's going to be the best game of the year. All this talk, for at least for a week, is going to get put back into a box because the other thing you hate to do is piss Jalen Hurts off and tell him he can't do something or he's not doing something right. So, man alive. Dallas Cowboys got extra people. They got whatever. They still got Jerry Jones. They still got Dak Prescott. So let's go.
The theme of the show seems to be context and nuance, right?
Mm.
Context and nuance. And sure, did Dallas look good on Monday night? Sure. And they had a lot of personal reason to play. They were coming out for more than just a football game, and that matters in human nature. And that's a whole separate topic and a side story. But context and nuance matters. And when you look at the 4-5-1 Dallas Cowboys, and oh, by the way, those 4 wins happen to come against the Giants and the Commanders, the Jets and the Raiders. And I'm happy for you. And I'm glad that you actually have something to celebrate in Dallas. But to me, I look at the game and I just say, this is a different beast. It's a different team that you're about to line up and play football against. It is going to be, for the most part, will there be some splashy plays? Is Dallas going to test the defense? I'm sure, because Dallas has a legit offense. They do. Do I completely buy in on that defense? As Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend. I think they have a lot of learning. I think that defense can get better by year end. I'm not taking anything that I saw against the Las Vegas Raiders and going to try to apply that against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's 2 completely different beasts. It's 2 completely different animals. Do I expect the Eagles to go in there and boat race them? I don't. Do I think it's going to be a good game? I do. But I'd be lying to you if I said that I was concerned about the game. I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't have confidence in the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 8-2. And no matter how it looks, 8 out of 10 weeks, they've come home with the W. They've given you exactly what you wanted, and that's to walk away with a win. Don't care how it looks. Don't give a damn how it feels. Can I get on the plane or back in my whip and make it back to my house with a W? And for 8 weeks, the Eagles have said, yes, you can. And I don't see that changing in Dallas this Sunday.
Boat race. Eagles win. Tight game.
Not tight, not
but just,
boat race.
Yeah, but not boat race. But,
No, I don't.
but a win convincingly. A win.
You're gonna know. You're gonna know that the Eagles beat the Cowboys.
I don't like saying this out loud, but I'll say it because you asked me that. I don't think Dak Prescott finishes the game.
Wow.
I don't think Dak Prescott finishes the game. When I say Jalen Carter,
Knock my own hat off.
when I say Jalen Carter is like you remember when LeBron was in that game and he just looks up, and he was in Boston, and he's got that lion look on his face,
Yeah.
and then he went nuclear for a quarter. That's Carter. Carter's going to be in that tunnel like the boogeyman. His eyes will be red. There will be flames coming out of his ears. That man is, if you talk about on the hunt, you've never seen somebody, one, get money taken out of their pocket. You spit at me first. That's the whole thing. He spit at me too.
It's the smile.
And I didn't have to. And he grinned in my face, act like he didn't do nothing, and then said, "What I look like spitting on somebody?" Yeah.
It's the smile.
I'd be surprised if he finishes the game.
Interesting.
What do you think's going
walking?
to happen?
No, just,
Are you going to the game?
I am not. No, actually.
Saving that for LA.
Oh.
Actually, I'm DJing a watch party at Lincoln
Oh,
Financial Field.
just sprinkle that around.
Yeah, no,
sure.
for
No big deal.
Recovery Centers of America, who do great work, trying to not promote, but just kind of remove the stigmatism behind being sober. I myself have been sober for 13 years, so I completely support the cause. I've lost a younger brother to addiction, so I completely support the cause. And if I can help them in any way, shape, or form, I will absolutely do it, because it's a fight worth fighting. So that's where I will be watching the game.
Julia, you think they're going to get boat raced?
No, hold on. I haven't
He's in-
finished.
you know,
I know, but I've given him some extra time to think.
No,
It's feeling like he's mulling it. I was trying to get you extra.
I'm stewing. I love it.
I'm-
I love it.
I'm
It's
stewing.
preparation.
I see in a Dallas Cowboys offense, points per game, second in the NFL, yards per game, third in the NFL, run 12th, pass first, and giving up the 5th least sacks. Offense is pretty legit. We knew that when they came into Lincoln Financial Field, and if it wasn't for a couple CD Lamb drops, maybe the Dallas Cowboys would have walked out there with a win. Don't give me that look yet. Points per game, defensively, 31st in points per game, yards per game, 30th, run 24th, pass 30th, sack 15th. You're right, it is an NFC East game. So all those statistics and everything, you can kind of throw them out the window. Dak's kind of played the Eagles tough over recent history. And it's tough to win in Jerry world when Dak's healthy. I'm not saying the Eagles are going to lose, but it smells trappy. It smells trappy. I'm not speaking it in existence. I'm acknowledging it. Eagles are coming off of 2 really just grinded out 12 rounds of just pummeling each other in the face, tight, tough, gritty, old school football games. I think the Eagles win this game, but I know a trap when I see one. Don't fall in the trap. Prove me wrong. Don't fall in the trap. Gritty, you're dying to respond to it.
First of all, I hate every time I hear, CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball. If Quinyon would have got the interception, the 3 passes before he dropped it,
I hear
wouldn't
you.
even be a question. That's not.
I'm a Tom Hardy. This thing, that's a trap.
That's okay. That's the thing. And the second thing about the trap is, do you know why if they lose this game, I will smack myself in the face on the show. Because if they lose this game because of a trap, you know what the problem with that is? You are in the midst of a Hard Knocks taping. You are going up against you already lost to the Giants on a Thursday. You're going to go into Jerry's World after this whole week of drama and lose on Hard Knocks? Oh,
Tell me this. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, so hear me out.
Okay.
This is why I'm sitting in the middle. All right? Because coming into the game, I shared your sentiments. You know, when we cleared out Detroit and it's on to Dallas, and I told you about that defense, and they've added, this is not the same defense. You read off the numbers of where they are statistically. This is not the same defense. You add Quinnen Williams, you add Logan Wilson, Overshown's back, Revel's back.
Parsons going out.
Fair, right? But they've got good players on defense now, and that will change the way the defense looks. Fine. I know that offense can put up points. I know that it's going to be a track meet. I know that we just came off 2 hard-fought games. You've mentioned all this, and for all those reasons, and even going into it, if I told you Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas, they going 3-0, I'd have said, no. There's going to be a loss in there somewhere, right? Because that's the way the NFL works. So I understand what you're saying. You, with the boat race and the 3 sacks and betting your 401k on it. What else does this team need to do for me to walk into a game where I say, oh, that's tough. That's going to be, and just have confidence that, yeah, I know what it looks like. I get it. It's not ideal. And I've seen a lot of Eagles football where this feels like a trap game, where this is a game that the Eagles are going to lose. Why? Because I've seen a lot of Eagles football. I know what this looks like and feels like. But maybe I don't, because I don't know what this team has shown me over the last 2 years. I ain't used to that. I'm not used to them actually going in and doing what they're supposed to do. I don't care how it looks. Can you get the W? And this season they've told me, yeah. And you may bitch about it all next week and tell me my quarterback stinks and my OC doesn't deserve a job and the line's banged up. We can't run the football, but I'm going to bring home the W. So then that's why I'm in the middle sitting here saying, yeah, I believe it. I just believe they're going to find a way to win a football game.
I'm hoping for Gritty's prediction.
We all are.
I would bet on your prediction.
That's just a convincing.
All I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's fear. You're being
I'm not
scared.
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
You sound scared.
No, but what I'm saying is, I know a trap when I seen it.
That's like a hedge bet. You're hedging your bet.
I'm not hedging my bet.
That's what it feels like.
I'm not hedging my bet.
That sounds like a classic Eagles hedge.
I'm not hedging.
So that way, when we come in on next Wednesday, you're like, "See, I told you it was a trap game. I told you."
Also, by the way, same person who's probably snitching stuff to Gunn is probably the same person that lied to NFL.com and said Kevin Patullo is being interested in head coaching
jobs.
His agent's out here working double time.
Yeah.
His agent's out here working double time. Because you can't have this offense. You're literally bottom 5 on 3rd downs. The only saving grace he's got going, he's number 1 in the red zone. They're 98% in the red zone. They in the red zone, they score.
He's also number 1 in 3 and outs.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how you
exactly.
guys
exactly. So
on that.
You know, so let's do BG's Q's, and then we can wrap up and get out of here.
Oh, we'll do BG's Q's, and then I actually want to piggyback 3 questions to you guys that were asked to me by my son that I thought were very innocent, but very interesting question. But go ahead, BG, let's do it.
Kick it off.
Julia, are you playing?
You don't
I
get to
ask
ask questions.
questions,
You just get to answer
and
questions.
you answer questions.
Yep. Quickly, too.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work that fast,
Yes,
but I'll
it
try. All right, I'll
That's
try.
fine.
All right.
I'll let you go first on this one.
Okay.
Because this is a simple question. It is a vibe question.
A what?
A vibe question.
Oh, vibe. Okay.
Which career do you choose? A, B, or C?
What?
A, B, or C?
B.
Which career do you choose? A, B, or C? A?
A.
A? Ice truck drivers for both of you.
Oh. We get paid
Julia,
well.
you are
Niner.
now a garbage man.
Woo! All right. That's good money.
What was
Okay.
C?
Only correct answer was C,
What is that?
an NFL owner.
Uh,
Somebody missed out on billions.
Hey, we get paid 6 figures, though.
Somebody
Those dudes
missed
get
out
paid.
on billions. You are risking your life too as an ice
Big
truck.
time. But I'm only driving like
She's-
6 months a year.
She's out here working for the mafia to take care of trash. You know what I'm saying? She can shut the whole city down.
Yeah, she's in sanitation.
Yeah. Those are what I'm going to call vibe
That's where she hides the
questions.
bodies.
I ask a question, you just got to pick a thing. You don't know what the answers are.
All right.
love that.
So, E-Rock,
Yes, sir.
the house is on fire. You can save 2 things. What are they?
People and animals do not. This is just worldly possessions.
People and animals count too. This is a rough one.
Oh God.
These are how these questions work, Julie.
Oh, there's only 2.
There's only 2.
The
Oh
kids.
my God.
Exactly. You only got one answer.
That's easy.
Your answer's kind of built for you too.
Yeah, you know what to say.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I got to go with Jenny and Jalen.
Jenny, get out of the house. The fact that it took him 7 seconds to lean back to think about you.
He was thinking about the dog.
Kobe.
He was thinking about. I
How
already
did
knew what he was
Kobe
thinking
go?
about before.
Jenny, get out of
No,
the
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because if Jenny answered this question, she would have said Jalen and Kobe. All right. She wouldn't even have hesitated. Real quick. He'll get out. Jason's fine.
And she would have been right. But you,
Dirt on it,
but
Fire
you
Marshal
thinking
Bill.
about it
Get
for
out of
30
here.
seconds is a huge
Damn.
problem.
I didn't even bring up Lionel and Mac. I just left him in the
Like I
house.
said, like,
I'm sorry, boys.
yeah, look, I'm
Get some extra treats when I
talking
get
to the
home.
wife. Get out while it's still safe. Julia, you can only save 2 things.
B better be one of them.
Obviously B.
All right.
But I don't know if you know, but we got a kitten recently.
Oh,
It's
did-
a rough choice.
Oh.
I can't. B and Dwayne. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rue. I can't.
What's the cat's name? Dwayne?
No, Dwayne's my fiance's name.
Oh,
The cat's in the fire.
Yeah.
The cat's dinner.
Rue is the cat's name.
Oh, that's rough.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't like
I
those.
mean,
I don't like.
she's the newest member. Yeah.
I've made a good choice by having my daughter move out of the house. So I'm just taking my computer
Oh gosh.
and my hard drive. Maximus, I'm sorry.
Making sure that hard drive goes with him.
Yeah.
He's not
are you
risking
sure?
it
Are
on
you sure you
fire.
don't want the hard drive to burn?
The dog,
No, he's not risking it.
no. The dog, I'm sorry. I can get another dog. I'll get another
Mr. Black Gritty, we recovered this hard drive and the fire is fine. Should we
look.
check out what's on it?
No. I tell you what.
Give me that.
I tell you, I got better encryption than the Epstein file.
I hope so.
So, Jason,
Yeah.
if you could be an animal in the ocean, which animal would you want to be?
Dolphin.
Ashworth, not Ashworth.
I
E-Rock.
I concur with Ashworth Dolphin.
You want to be a dolphin too?
Yep.
My man. Let's go.
There's reasoning for that.
I mean, I feel like shark is got to be number
What
one.
kind of shark?
Shark or whale.
What kind of shark?
Actually, I'm gonna do like I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do orca. I'm gonna do a killer whale.
Killer whale.
That is like 2nd or 3rd top tier answer. That's like 4th top tier answer. The first answer is what I want to be.
Starfish.
Octopus.
I was close. Close.
Octopuses are geniuses. They open stuff, they close stuff. I can chameleonize, I can transform to whatever I
They
want.
open stuff, they close.
Yeah, but I'm smart as
Yeah,
hell
they're
too.
smart.
Dolphins are smart as hell.
Dolphin-
And dolphins will
Sure.
take out a great white.
short life.
Yeah.
Octopus.
Yeah. And dolphins also kill their young because they're out here trying to make more babies. But dolphins are vicious. They're vicious.
Yeah, no,
animals.
they're apex predators.
Yeah. So, Julia,
Yes.
it's not going to happen for you. But if you died tomorrow, what's one thing you regret not getting done in your life? These are serious questions, Julia.
I know. Let's just. I thought these were rapid fire, like fun,
These are rapid
lighthearted.
fire.
This is
What's
like
the first thing that comes to your mind?
that I regret. Well, I didn't get married yet.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
that's a good answer.
Yeah. Okay.
E-Rock.
That's a deep question.
It is.
I'm gonna once again concur with my colleague. I'm gonna say I've never been married.
Never been married. That's a death sentence. I'm trying to get you to live. What did you regret not doing? Her, I understand. You know what I mean? But you.
You know, Julia, I'm saying maybe we should leave Dwayne in the fire. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Like maybe we can keep the cat. That could be a
She's
good
only
cat.
like 3
dad.
months old. So
Yeah. I'm not going to expose
You might want to
him.
reconsider that option. I'm just saying.
Ashworth.
That's tough. I don't know. I don't think I would say I regret anything, but in context of the question, I think I just regret taking so long to get to where you want to get. Dragging your own feet sometimes, operating in fear sometimes, right? So just get to where you're going faster. That's probably what I would say.
It's 2004. I'm at a conference. I'm talking to a model. She says, "You want to come back to my house to party?"
This is
And
why
I
the hard drive
said,
needs to be wiped, by the way.
I said, yes. Go back to her place. Her roommate's there. I'm dumb. I don't know what party means at the time. Next thing I know,
Oh my god.
she's
They have
like,
balloons?
she's like, her roommate wants to have some fun. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a threesome, and then the snow comes out to play. And I've never done snow. And I said no, I got scared and left. And I've never done snow ever in my life. I've never skied, I've never partied. But I tell you what, I often think about those two girls.
There-
I often think about the time I could have had when my heart was young and strong.
oh god.
And I wish to myself that I would have just, sometimes you just want to go for it. And I said, look, if they found me dead on this floor, because I mean, that's a lot of excitement. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that my heart could take it. I might be alive today because of it. But I do regret it quite often. I think about the
I'll tell you this. On the context of what you're talking about, I'm getting texted right now from Jenny.
Yeah.
So I know. Look, it's there. So I know not to share my no, get out of here. Get out of here. No. You ain't. So I know, babe. I ain't telling anybody my regrets.
No.
Nobody's gonna know.
No.
Those are Gritty's regrets, not mine. Not mine. I got nothing.
It's such an odd dynamic when you actually get us loose and we start talking about things. And Julia's over here like married. E-Rock's over here like married. He's over here having just his life flash before his eyes and wanting to get to his decisions.
Well, I'm dying tomorrow.
Great. What?
Hey, according to his story,
Yeah.
I'm dying tomorrow. What's my
And Gritty's over here like, those two models, I wish I did blow with them in the hotel room in Miami. I often think about that.
I often do.
cocaine's a hell of a drug?
It's a regret.
Wow.
I don't do drugs. I wish I did.
Can we get to some innocent questions?
Yeah, may I piggyback on just some...
Does that wrap the list
Yeah,
up?
yep,
Okay.
only 4
All right.
Again,
Headache
just to
now.
reiterate, I don't know if he's watching right now. Part of me
Hopefully
hopes
not.
that he isn't.
Hopefully not.
Part of me hopes that he isn't right now. But
Don't play in the
Jason's in the
snow.
shower. I'm just sitting in the bathroom. I'm talking. How was your day? Blah 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 blah. And he's starting to get the bug. Right. He's starting to get the end. I catch him when he wakes up in the morning. He runs down, eats his breakfast, watches YouTube. But it's not Roblox videos anymore. It's not live streaming gamers anymore. It's NFL videos. Oh yeah, he got bit by the bug. So he asked me the
Frozen
following
tundra
questions, and I
Lambo
said, you know
feet.
what, buddy? I'm gonna ask this around the horn. See what the boys think. If you could have any player on any other team on the Philadelphia Eagles right now, who would it be?
Myles Garrett.
Black Gritty.
Patrick Surtain.
Julia.
I need a minute.
For what it's worth, Black Gritty, I agreed with you.
That makes no
Surtain.
sense. That's hypocritical.
Why?
Because I've had to listen to him all year tell me about don't worry about Adoree Jackson, don't worry about Keely Ringo, because when the pass rush gets there, it
but
doesn't
guys-
matter who
guys
your
are
defensive
fixed now,
backs are.
though.
No, I'm giving you the best in the game.
Yeah, but the pass is already fixed now. So I'm going to take the best in the game. I don't know what you need.
That was the determining factor with me.
Yeah.
What's
Felt like
a
it was already
bigger
straight.
need? Yeah. Well, I didn't feel like it was already straight, but what's more to gain? QB2 has more to, or I'm sorry, CB2 has more to gain than defensive end 1.
Especially when the rotation already
Understood.
looked.
Understood.
Yep.
I would have said Myles Garrett otherwise.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Garrett.
Garrett. Okay.
Yeah.
What
Surprised none of us said an offensive lineman.
what
We didn't take-
retire? And this is yeah.
Just say.
I watched Penny Sewell get worked by.
Yeah, you saw it.
I'm trying to think.
I
Of
know.
I don't know.
You saw it.
What retired player in their prime would you want on this Philadelphia Eagles team?
It's. I'm going to go back to it, and for the same reason I said Myles Garrett. It's one answer, and it's always one answer. It's Reggie White. Period. Done. End the conversation.
Okay, Black Gritty.
Adrian Peterson.
No, he said former Eagle, right?
No. It could be
former
anybody.
player.
We're just
Anybody.
former player
You want
in
Adrian
their
Peterson?
prime
Yeah.
with Saquon.
Yep.
Like a double-headed monster thing going on there.
I want a back in his prime that's going to run through everything. Everything. I got all these weapons on the offense. He did it with no real offensive lines.
Then why wouldn't you say Barry? They can't touch him. They can't touch him.
You know what the difference is?
What?
I love all that shifty juking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He ain't never been in no postseason. He ain't never had no time to.
Yeah, Scott
Like-
Mitchell's quarterback.
I know. I want to train. I want trucking. That's why we're taking.
Fair.
Beast mode. Marshawn.
Okay.
Marshawn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
I
like
would
it.
love to his vibe. His vibe, I would love to see. Yeah.
I'm gonna get God, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get God though. Marshawn Lynch.
We knew you were going to get
No, Julia. She's in sanitation now. I honestly, I immediately went to Reggie.
Yeah.
Immediately went to Reggie. But honorable mention, and I don't know why his name popped into my head so much. Dion.
Oh, dude, I was just going to say Dion.
Not only good cover
That's funny.
corner, playmaker, ball hawk.
Punt returns, kick returns.
Yes, because our field position sucks, man. You get Dion back there, you're getting a twofer.
My only problem with that is nobody. Yeah, he might. I would love to see Devin Hester prime time with this kickoff style.
Yeah.
We don't
Oh
have
my
anyone
God.
anymore that like can really do it. But I'd love to see him
Yeah.
or Hester in this
With
new
the
kickoff
human
formation.
joystick.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yep.
Last question, and probably the most interesting, and I will give you a moment to think about your answer as I spill mine. If you could start an NFL franchise, not two to make things even, but just like start an NFL franchise, what would you name your team and what would the color scheme be? I had to sit there and think about it for quite a while. And I think I would name my team the Sharks, not Miami Sharks like any given Sunday. But I think there's a Sharks because I do the surf fish and the shark thing. I'm fascinated by sharks in general. And it would be gray uniforms with a touch of blue and a touch of white, but mostly gray, almost like, and now I'm thinking Detroit Lions, but somewhere along, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Sharks. I would name them the Sharks. San Diego Sharks.
You had way too much time to think about this. If you got color schemes worked out.
All right,
You got an hour and a half ride into the studio. I said, what was my color scheme?
No, and that's why I wanted to answer first because I wanted to give you a minute to think about it. Maybe you thought about it
What
yourself.
city?
I would bring a team back to San Diego.
So San Diego Sharks.
Yeah.
You even get, was it alliteration? Is that what that is?
I would
Yeah, San Diego
remove the
Sharks.
Jacksonville Jaguars from the league because they're just useless.
You want me to give my answer so you can think more?
Go ahead.
The Honolulu Hippos. Gray, gold, black.
Gray, gold, black. Okay.
The Honolulu Hippos. Y'all got to travel out to me for 9 games out of the year. And we are going to dominate you.
I'd travel.
There's nothing more dangerous in the bush.
a
They
good
tell you a cobra might kill you, a lion might kill you,
Those hippos
a
are
hippo's
nasty.
definitely going to kill you.
Hippos are definitely nasty.
Honolulu Hippos.
I don't think there's any hippos in Honolulu.
There will be when my team gets there.
I don't know why it's sticking in my head. I would probably, and I don't know what city I would be at. But I would probably be a Dane.
A what?
A Great Dane.
Great Dane.
Yeah, there's a Philly has a lacrosse team called the Water Dogs. And they're the I don't know why though. I have a Great Dane.
Is that a
He
seal?
he is
What-
not
what's a water dog?
Great Dane apparently.
Okay.
They are not water dogs. They don't mind a band here and there, but I don't know why they think Great Danes are water dogs. At least not in my experience with all the Danes that I've had are they water dogs. But I do have an affinity for Danes, so I'd probably find a Dane. I'd probably go with like a black, touch of gray, hot purple in there, kind of playing off again the water dogs in Philly because they got a little purple in theirs. But I just think that would be an electric look.
Who are the bad guys in dodgeball? What was it, Globo Gym?
Oh,
So you want to go
kinda like
Globo
those
Gym?
unis.
Yeah, you
Kinda
want to
like
go
those
Globo
unis,
Gym
yeah,
on them?
yeah,
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 nice,
yeah.
nice. Julia.
Okay, it have to be some.
The Gainesville Great Danes.
Ooh,
Gainesville Danes.
There you go.
that's good.
The Gaines Danes?
Yeah.
Gaines Danes.
I'm gonna go with the wolves,
I like it.
but the
Okay.
mascot is a pack of wolves, not just one wolf.
Okay.
So the multiple
Great
mascots.
wolf
Wolf
mascots.
pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wolf
wolf
pack. I
pack.
like it.
I love like a all black, but like 80s, like neon colored highlights.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
little like they can change. They'll
So
be
you're
like
talking about like green and hot pink, kind
Yeah,
of
like neon pink.
who's the
green.
party animals in Banana Ball? The Savannah Bananas.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But mainly all black, but then just a little highlight with those
she's
like pop
working
of
over
colors.
here. She's got different unis for different occasions.
Oh, yeah,
she's
yeah.
accessorizing
Yeah,
now.
yeah. What's our color combo today?
Yeah.
I just thought those were
dig it.
interesting questions to come out of a mouth of a 10-year-old and stop and make you think.
I dig
That's
it.
all.
Yeah.
I dig it.
So we appreciate you tuning in to this episode of the Cheap Seats. Of course, you can catch us here on PHLY live from the Xfinity Studio every Wednesday at 7. Black Gritty, bring us home.
Go to the website or go to YouTube, hit the like button, share this with a friend, make them suffer through an hour and
30.
30 minutes, and then have them answer the questions too. Play a game with people, act like you care about them, and for Pete's sake, save the cats and dogs because apparently that's all that matters. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
Howdy doody.
We all silly like the mayor.